Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on my channel. It is planner season, so we're gonna be talking about 2021 planners today. We'll go through my planner together and I'll give you some tips along the way. So this video is gonna be a 2-in-1. You can consider it a 2021 planner setup guide and a what's in my planner flip through video. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's dive in. So this is my current planner. The model is called Unicorn and it is from my planner brand, Get Estilo. I'll leave all the links of the products in the description box below, of course, but we have to start when we talk about a planner guide with the planner itself. And the first thing that you need to think about when you're setting your perfect planner is the size of the planner. Let me put this aside and let me show you the 3 sizes that are most common. And yeah, this is the collection, right? And the ones that I am actively using. The first one is the same size as Unicorn, and this is an A5 size planner. This model is called Big Boss. And like I said, this is the A5 size. That is my personal preference. The second size is A6, or you can call it personal size planner. This is the most common name for it. Again, I'm showing you everything in the same design, in the Boss design, so that you can compare the sizes. These planners are perfect for on the go. This is, I think, the most common planner size, and the pages in this are generally, you know, not too small and not too big, but we'll come to that in a minute. And the last size is the wallet planner size. So you can see in comparison, let me put the 3 here for you. So yeah, these are the main 3 sizes, and like I said, this is the wallet planner and this is my wallet. I think it's a perfect combination, especially if you're constantly on the go and you need something small that can double up as 2 products. I love using these. I actively use all 3 of these when I'm planning, but I just wanted to tell you about the sizes and how to choose the right size for you, basically. Many people talk about the size of handwriting when it comes to choosing the right size. I strongly disagree with that because there are pages, inserts that you can put into all sizes of planners that will suit your handwriting size. If you write a little bit bigger, you can always get a page that is foldable, or instead of planning on a week on 2 pages, you can use a week on 4 pages insert, which will give you more space without compromising on the size of the planner. So depending on the insert, you can use all 3 of those regardless of your handwriting size. I think the question to ask when you're choosing the size of your planner is where you're going to use it the most. In order to be consistent with planning and following through with your plans, the planner that you're using needs to stay open on your desk at all times. I think this is a crucial factor, and that's why I don't like regular notebook bound planners or notebooks in general. I like something that can stay open so I can constantly look at it and see what's coming up next. And that brings me to your desk size. So what is the size of your desk that you're studying or working from that will be okay to have any of these sizes open on your desk, right? So if you can imagine the A5 size, this is gonna take a substantial amount of space on your desk. So this is the most important question, in my opinion, to answer when you're choosing the right size of planner for you. The second question to ask is where you're gonna be using it. Are you constantly on the go? Are you traveling with it? I mean, I'm not talking about international travel, but are you like always in your car and working from remote locations, or do you have a set office space? So if you're always on the go and you don't like carrying big bags, I would recommend the personal size or the wallet size. But of course, if you're carrying a big enough work bag or school bag, you can go for the A5 as well. It also depends on what you're gonna be planning. If you're gonna plan your whole life and your business like I do, you might want to opt in for something a little bit bigger, because that's the third point about size, right? How many pages do you need? Because as you can imagine, depending on the size of the planner, the ring diameter is also getting bigger. So the amount of pages that you can fit in a planner changes with the size of it. If you're gonna plan a lot of things, and if you wanna have multiple sections in your planner, something that has bigger rings, maybe the A6, the personal size, or the A5 would be the best size for you. All right, let's go to the second topic right now. Let me put these away. By the way, this is my 2021 planner. It's all set up and we're gonna go through this together in a minute. And if you're curious, this is my supplemental planner. It has all the accessories that I need for planning. If you want me to go through this in a video as a flip through or what's in my supplemental planner video, let me know in the comments below. And like I said, this is my wallet planner. It has a bit of a planner area here, but the rest is like my cards, cash, coupons, and all that good stuff. So this is what I take with me when I leave the house. Let's take the other one back. How gorgeous is this? We have a lot of different colors, but I'm really feeling the sparkly one right now. And I constantly change the covers of my planners depending on how I feel so that I can keep with the habit of planning, which brings me to the second point when you're making a decision about the planner itself, which is the mechanism that it's going to be using. Like I said, I don't like the notebook ones, the glued in ones, because they don't stay open. But there are some other types. There are the 6-ring mechanism ones or 4-ring, and there are the coiled ones, but also the, you know, like typical spiral bound ones. Personally, I love using the 6-ring mechanism because with this one, you can open and change where things are constantly. With the spiral bound, you are completely limited to the arrangement that it comes with. But with a ring bound planner like this one, you can easily remove one of the pages and then put it back here, and you can reorganize, remove the things that are, you know, not relevant anymore and set it up for the second part of the year or next year or whatever. But also you can remove everything and easily put it into another cover, keeping things fresh, you know? So for me, the best, the most useful, the most adaptable, really easy and personalizable one is the ring mechanism planner. So that will be my recommendation. Based on these topics, like the size and the mechanism itself, you can decide on which planner is the best planner for you. Now let's go to the second part, which is the personalization of it. Of course, I'm not talking about the inserts themselves. We will get to it in a minute, but I'm talking about like making it your own. For instance, the cover itself, I think, is important to reflect your style so that you want to reach for your planner and you want to use it. That will again help with the habit of planning. But also you can add a lot of interesting things to your planner, like these charms, which are also from my brand. But anything that will make it your own. This is another charm that is called Snowflake. You can have your name written here or here or here. Anything really that will make it your own and will make you want to use it is acceptable. For instance, in this one, I also have a little bit of personalization here on the left side. This you can use it as a wallet, of course, but for me, it is about opening the planner and seeing us, me and my husband, my logo, my business card, the ongoing tasks, and like this is very personalized to me and my lifestyle. So that is the second thing to do when you're starting a new planner or setting a new one for the new year. I think you should think about those little things that will make you want to plan more. The next thing that you want to think about when it comes to setting your perfect planner, step number 3, is basically deciding on which pens you're going to be using in that. And this might sound like, you know, not relevant, but I believe that the better, the more suitable the pens to you, the more you're gonna plan. Again, for me, this is my favorite pen ever. This is a gel pen. It's from Amazon. It is 0.35, which is very, very fine. And that helps me write nicer, better. And I want to write with this. So again, it helps me keep planning and keep writing. The other pen that I use in my planner is this one from Tombow. This is a brush pen. Number is 942. I know that you can see it because I use this so much. This is a very nice nude color that brings a little bit of, you know, highlight and color, but not too much. And that brings me to my second point actually. So before I go there, these are the 2 pens that I choose to use in my planners. They make me happy. They look good. They feel good. So yeah, let's move on to the other one. Step number 4 is to decide if you're going to be doing functional planning or a little bit of pretty planning. Now, if you're new to the planner world, I don't expect you to know this before trying it out a little bit. When I first started, I was 100% a pretty planning person, and over time I changed and now I'm all about functional planning. That means I don't use too many stickers, too many washi tapes, too many colors in my planner. But you might decide that pretty planning is something that you will enjoy, something that you will spend time on your own with yourself and, get into the habit of planning. That's absolutely incredible. Like I said, I used to be one of them. And even though now I plan less with stickers, like pretty stickers, this time of the day and the week, the planning time, which is 10-15 minutes a day, is my personal meditation and, self-care time. So try them both. I would recommend starting with functional planning first because it's just cheaper to start like that. And then if you feel like, more stickers and other pretty things are going to help you plan a little bit more consistently, you can always add more to your collection. I said I'll go through this in another video if you want, but let me quickly show you what I mean by functional planning. These are the functional stickers, again from my brand, that I use in my planner to highlight certain things. But as you can see, they're not colored at all. These you can color in yourself. They are matte, so they don't have a film coating, which makes it super easy to match into your layout. So these are the ones that I use, and not even too much of these. And the second thing that I use in terms of like functional, but still looking good, looking stylish, are these dot stickers. So these are transparent dot stickers. My personal favorites are these more nude gray ones. But of course, there's something for every taste, right? So decide on who you are when it comes to planning. And like I said, you can start small and expand a collection. I have a massive collection of washi tape, and I collected them over the last, 10 years, I guess, at this point. So yeah, I would highly recommend giving a thought before you set up your system for the new year. Okay, let's go into the planner itself. So from now on, you can consider this video a planner flip through what's in my planner as well, like I said before. But the next step actually in the guide, the setup guide, is to decide on the categories that you're gonna need in your planner. You can do this in two ways. You can either decide on the categories first and then put the pages, the inserts under those categories, or you can make a list of the pages that you're gonna need in your planner and try to divide them into categories later. For me, it started with the categories first. I knew exactly what I wanted to have in my planner, and they are goals, plans, the third one is notes, the fourth one is business, and then I have here finances, and lastly I have personal. For this size, for A5 and for A6, you can easily find 5 or 6 side tabs as dividers. That of course helps categorize your planner, but of course you can also find top tabs and bottom tabs, so you can have up to let's say 3 here, and 6 here, 12 easily. But you can also have multiple top tabs or multiple side tabs. So you can have as many categories as you want. For me, these 6 main categories were more than enough. And now we're getting into the pages themselves, right? Obviously, as you can see here, I have a clear dashboard, and then I have a really nice gift wrapping paper. I thought I would add something seasonal in the front of my planner, every 3 months or so, and this was what I chose for New Year's time. But the planner itself starts here. All the pages that you're gonna see in this video are also from my own brand, obviously, because I design pages according to my needs, and then I put them on our website, basically. So everything you see is there. You can go and check it out. Some of them are inserts and sets that you can order. They're gonna come in the size either to this planner or the other two, and they're gonna be coming with punches and everything, so you don't need to do anything, and they're really thick paper, but some of them are printables. So you can purchase them once and print at home as many times as you want and punch them yourself and use it forever, basically. This table of contents was one of those printable pages, and I made it my own. I written down what is exactly in this planner with the categories as well. And I absolutely love how it looks. So the first section, what I have here is a vision board. I'm going to be using these post-its to put photos on to create a vision board here. And the reason I did it on these post-its is obviously I want to be able to change them as, you know, I change my plans and my goals. Behind this, I have a cute photo. Actually, this was our first photo together. So again, good vibes. Then I have my 2021 goals. I have a breakdown of the goals and habits, completely different things. So these two are going to be listed here. This is the motto of the year for me. I think it's very empowering and boosting self-confidence, and I absolutely love this and seeing this huge writing on my planner. And behind that, there are resolutions. Again, goals, habits, and resolutions are completely different things. So I have 3 different pages, or well, rather 2 different pages for those. And this is the goal setting worksheet. This is actually a free downloadable over on my personal website. I'll leave the link again in the description box below. This helps you break down a goal into first monthly, then weekly, and then daily actions so that you can actually move towards the goal. And one page, that one side is for one goal and 1 month. I will create the action plan in my monthly planning routine. In the second part, which is the plans part of the planner, I have a 2021 yearly overview and then a 2022 yearly overview. These 2 pages I usually track our travels. Let's see what happens in the new year. And then I have a future log for 2021 and another one for 2022. So these pages basically help you write down the important birthdays and then other events and appointments that will happen in January 2021, and then the tasks that you need to complete that month. This helps you with, like it says, future planning, and that will help you plan your months easier. You will never forget an important date like this. So I love having these future logs, printables, absolutely necessary in my opinion. Then I have 3 top tabs, as you can see. This is monthly, weekly, and daily. Obviously, it is what it says it is. This is the monthly page that I will use for each month in 2021. These are undated, so you can start planning whenever you want. That was the idea that I wanted to apply in Get Estilo, because what happens is, you know, sometimes your life gets busier in April or in July and you get a planner and half of the year is already gone because it's dated and you just carry it around. It's a waste of paper. So you can start whenever. Obviously, I'm gonna start in January. I'm gonna write the dates on the corners here. I'm gonna write the goal that I've chosen here. And here I'm gonna do my monthly reflection at the end of the month, again during my monthly planning routine. So I have the whole year worth of monthly pages here. And then I have my weeklies, which is what I use the most. I love using the week on 4 pages view. The planners themselves and the yearly refill comes with a week on 2 pages insert. But personally, I love using these because I plan a lot. So let me show you what these look like in action. So this is how it looks normally when I, completely finalize it. I have the month here, then I divide these into 3 categories. You can see it here because I created these custom stickers. This part is my business tasks, this is my personal tasks, and this is the stuff about home. This is the example of the functional stickers here as well, more so here. I capture information throughout the week on the left side, and I process these pages at the end of every week. So this is basically how I use these inserts. And this is the color that I showed you before. Normally, I choose to use this color only just because it looks so elegant and, nice. But Yeah, it is very, very customizable, as you can see, and this is what I recommend for the weekly inserts. These are also undated, so you can either write the date down with a, stencil or a sticker, or by hand, however you want. This is, in my opinion, a must-have in any planner. And then I have the daily section. I have two types of daily inserts. One is this one, which has the schedule on the right side and the tasks on the left side, motivation of the day, spendings, mood, weather, the focus of the day, the date, and some notes. And the other version is this one, a very similar concept, but this doesn't have the schedule. Instead, this has work to do and personal to do separately. And here we have social media, because I'm a content creator, and we have the events, activities, and calls on the right side. And again, an area for capturing information as they come in. So I have both types in my planner, and I use whichever I feel like on busy days only. So normally what is always open on my desk is this layout, but if I'm having an exceptionally busy day, I'm gonna plan on one of these pages and leave it open like this. Now on to the third part of my planner, which is the notes section. Here I have an inbox page, which is, as you can see here, which is the capture page. So as information come in throughout the day and week, many people drop what they do and then go react to that. And I think that is a big killer of productivity. So I'm training myself to do this capturing more and more. That's why I have the areas for capturing on these layouts as well. But what you do is you basically take a Post-it, write whatever information and stick it here. And by the end of the week, you process all of that, put them into the ideal lists, to-do lists, the weekly plan, or whatever it might be. This is the main page that I use for capturing random information. And behind that, I have some empty note pages, as you can see. And then I have some Cornell style notes pages. Notes here, highlights, headings, anything here. And this is basically either a summary or follow-up actions for me. This is how I use the Cornell style pages. And that is all there is in the notes area. I love having one system, basically one planner for everything. I don't have another notebook. I don't have, other types of note taking. I don't like clutter in general. And if you have like Post-its everywhere or multiple notebooks that you write notes, I think it gets out of hand quite fast. So I have this section, the notes section here in my planner, so that I can use this one as a notebook to, conduct business and life, basically. The fourth area, which is the most important one in my planner, is the business. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have multiple businesses to run. And this is something I always say, if I die tomorrow, whoever gets this planner, they can conduct my business without me being there, because everything is laid out in terms of processes and things that I do regularly. And for that, I use multiple checklists. The first one is inbox 0. These are all the inboxes that I need to check every day. It's excessive. I know it's a little bit crazy, but it is what it is. So 1 hour a day, I follow this checklist to bring everything, every inbox, mailbox, everything to 0. And then I turn off all those programs so that I can concentrate on the deep work that will, bring my business forward. So that's that page. Behind that, you see a checklist of the things that I need to do about YouTube every day. Half an hour every day, again, just before lunch, I follow this checklist. This is my content checklist. It's crazy, but this is basically everything that I need to do to create regular content. Once a week on Mondays, 2 hours, done. And behind that, I have a Notion checklist. That is the platform I use online. So basically my whole planning and organizing system consists of this as the main player, Google Calendar as my time blocking and time planning tool, and Notion for everything else. So this is the checklist that I go through once every 2 weeks to make sure that everything is up to date and I'm, progressing with my tasks and goals that are stored in Notion. These are some empty pages that I left here because I want to write down my business plan. Then I have the project pages. This is a simplified design. The one on the website has, checklists and stuff as well, but I chose this one because I'll use this in a clipboard system as well, that post-it system I mentioned when I was talking about the inbox capturing page. And I have multiple project pages here, and then I go to another freebie. Actually, you can download this for free on my website. This is the brain dump prompt list. We did a live workshop that is all about taking everything out of the brain and putting it onto paper so that your brain can relieve and not have as much stress and can process better, and you don't forget anything. You're on top of everything, basically. I think it's such a useful thing. That's why I, printed it in this size and punched it and put it in my planner. I do this brain dumping session once a month, but depends on which one I'm doing. So there is the personal part and then there's the professional part. But generally I go through the whole thing once every month. And that brings me to the 5th section of the planner, and that is finances. Since I'm a serial entrepreneur and I have multiple revenue streams, I needed this in my planner. It is something new for me. I never had finances section separately. It was always a part of the business. And these are the pages that you've seen before. These are the undated monthly pages, month-on-one pages. And what I will do with these ones in this section is to track my invoices and incomes. So the idea is here, I'll write a goal for the income for that month, and I will use those dot stickers that I showed you before. I will create a color code, obviously, and I will put a dot sticker on the date that I receive some sort of revenue. So I would just stick that dot sticker here, and here I will write the date, the source of the payment and the amount as a list, and at the bottom I will write the total revenue that I generated that month. After these 12 pages I have another income tracker. This is more of a, at a glance kind of page. Here I will just write the totals. Here are the months, and here I will break down all the revenue streams, and I will just write a total number rather than, separate invoices, so I can see what that revenue stream does that month, and then in total here, obviously, so that I can understand where I need to put my efforts to. This is basically expenses, the date, the description, type of payment, amount, and when it's paid out, I just put a check mark here so that I can track every expense that I have. And behind that there's another expenses page, but this is for the recurring expenses. So the things that I pay monthly or yearly to conduct my businesses, so I can have an idea about, I do have an idea, but I want to see it here, how much money I need every month to run my businesses, basically. And behind that I have a page for debt. Obviously this could be anything. This could be like open invoices that I'm awaiting payment for, or if I get a loan or something, everything will come here. Again, in a post-it style. And here, another boring area, our sales funnel and our sales forecast will be mapped out here for the new year, so that, I know what I'm doing. And finally, the personal section, of course, and I think this is going to be relatable to a lot of you here. And we're going to start with my planning routine. I have 3 planning routines, daily, weekly, and monthly. They're all 5 short steps. The daily takes about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. The weekly, maybe an hour max. And the monthly is another hour maybe added to that weekly, because I do 2 of these at once when I'm doing my monthly planning. And this is just making it easier. I love following routines and, SOPs from my planner, and this is how I do it. I put my pen just under the one that is currently active, and I move it down as I'm following. So I think you can create systems and checklists like this for the things that you do every day or regularly to make sure that things run smoothly and things run in a nicer flow, but also you don't forget anything. And behind this, I have a brand new gist routine. This is, get your stuff together routine. I think the word I heard from Kaylin Nicholson here on YouTube, and I love this so much. So this is new. I actually haven't tried this yet. It is a 10-step process that I will go through once every 2 weeks to get everything back in order, organize my life basically. And here you can see the first one is like close all open tabs. Can you relate to that? Like I always have so many tabs open on my Google Chrome. The computer is struggling. So when I'm going through this the first time, I will vlog this and I will share it with you. I think this will keep me in track and keep me, keep everything in order for the whole year. Then I have my morning routine and evening routine here, and let me show you what it looks like once I fill it. Last year I used the functional stickers to lay it out, and of course the evening routine. It's the same exact thing, but it changed so much, so I will make a new one here. The Sunday routine is similar to the Gist routine, but Gist routine is more about getting yourself in order, and Sunday routine is getting the house in order. So it's about, sheets and tidying up and vacuum and laundry and food prep and stuff like that. It changed again. We're not doing these things on a Sunday because we don't get much downtime if you do all of these on a Sunday. So I will write down the new routine here. Let me know if you want to see videos of these routines, guys. Like I think it would be interesting because I filmed the previous one and it was one of the most popular videos on my channels. And behind that we have an incredible page, which is the clean house page. This is a tracker for the whole year for everything that you gotta clean, basically. This is the daily stuff, so you write down here the things that you need to do daily, weekly, and here are 52 little numbers for, each week in the year. And as you do these on week 1, you just cross that and you track the weekly cleaning here. Bi-weekly, here we have monthly and the months to check off. Here we have biannually, like rotating the mattress, for instance. Like these things I used to forget all the time. Now I have them here. We're almost done with the flip through. This is the new page for Cha-Cha, our golden retriever. I have these pages every year for tracking everything about him. This is obviously all his details. So again, if I'm going to the vet, I will just take this page with me and I have everything that I need. And behind I have the worming and the flea tick medication tracker. I write here the vaccinations and the illness log. So just this page is more than enough to tell the medical history to the vet and keep him healthy and happy at all times. Then we have gift ideas. When I come across something nice that I think would be so nice for someone in my life, I just make a note of that here. So when the time comes that I need to buy a gift for someone, I already have the ideas. So very effective, very time effective. And then I have a tracker of my doctor visits. So every time I went to a doctor since May 2019, I have been tracking it down here. And behind that, I have a list of contents of my pill box. If you watched my What's in My Bag videos, you'll know that I carry a pill box with me at all times. It is like a pharmacy in a box. And these are the things that I need to have in that box. Which brings me to the last page of my planner, and that is a packing checklist. I used to forget something, like I almost forgot my passport. So I created a checklist that I can use for every single trip I have. It doesn't matter if it's a salsa trip, it doesn't matter if it's a family trip or a business trip. This has everything. And I take my planner upstairs in my dressing room and I just, follow this, put everything aside and then put them in the suitcase. And I've never been caught unprepared thanks to this. Of course, I didn't use it at all in 2020, but in 2021, I will. I know that. And then I have our lovely cover. This comes with every planner that you buy, basically. I just love the design and the colors, and I like to, have a design rather than a page at the end of my planner, and that's why that's there. And finally, I have a pouch. This is something you can also buy from our website. And in this one, you can carry documents, you can carry photos like I do, your passport, anything that you might need, money even. I find these really handy. You can also keep documents here if you want on this side pocket. So this, like I said, is my whole life and business. And I hope you enjoyed this flip through. It feels like I've been talking for an hour now. And this, by the way, brings me to the final point when it comes to creating your perfect planner this year. And that is to think about the extra functionalities that you want to have with your planners. Like I mentioned, this pouch helps you carry money or documents or whatever, as well as these ones. But there are some other ones in the other sizes as well. Like for instance, in this one, there are obviously these pouches as well. And there are some card holders that you can use so that you can use it as a business card holder and the planner and the wallet and everything at once, basically. Let me show you one from my wallet planner. Here in this one, as you can see, I have pouches as well. Then I have the planner bit, some dot pages, and these I like to cut so that I can remove them easier, because writing on these pages are not as easy as these two. And this is basically me trying to be very, very careful about not, giving away my card numbers on the internet. But yeah, this is the card holder. You can put 3 cards. There is one that you can put, that has one area that you can pile up there. Like this one, I put receipts and invoices so that I can keep them with me and use them for my taxes and stuff. And as you can see here, I'm using one of those pouches for some cash and some coins. And I have another one of those top ones for coupons. So that is the other one, right? Like think about the extra functionalities that you want to have in your planner before you decide and go set up your 2021 planner. I personally like to have with me at all times this big boy and this little guy so that I have everything that I might need, and I pretty much use all the different functionalities that I can possibly use in this planner setup. So that is the last tip I have for you. And that completes my 2021 planner setup guide. I hope it was useful. I hope it helped you to understand what you need for the New Year's planner. I am very hopeful for 2021. I think there's going to be so much to plan. I think there's going to be so much to do. I mean, even if Corona continues, we still have a lot to plan anyway, because time is still time, right? So I will leave some other videos in the cards and the description box for you to go watch after this one if you're, thinking about getting more organized in the new year. And with that, I think I'm gonna go and start filming the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.